I said I was going to stop making videos about Surging Sparks until it gets released, but I'm here making another video about Surging Sparks because literally every single day something's changing. And Surging Sparks, as you can see here on the Pokemon Center website, everything is sold out. But specifically, I want to talk about the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box because I made a video talking about Surging Sparks like many times already, and every video I was talking about how Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes of Surging Sparks were still available, and I was very surprised that they were still available because just the hype around the set is absolutely insane, obviously. And Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, I mean, there's only one price at MSRP, and since booster boxes are obviously over what usually booster boxes are at pre-release prices, I was thinking that these Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes should have sold out a lot quicker, but finally they're sold out. And I'm not that surprised, but I'm surprised, I guess, how long it took because I really thought it would have sold out a lot earlier than it did. But now they're officially sold out. Will there be more in stock in the future? Questionable. I mean, no one really knows, but it's sold out, at least for now. But I think what maybe took it a while longer than I maybe thought is because this is a main set. This is not a specialty set. So this is not a 151 situation with, you know, the Elite Trainer box is now 151 being like $220. I don't think that's going to maybe really happen with this. Honestly, anything is possible at this point in the market, but you got to think about it. This is a main set, not a specialty set. A perfect example of what I mean by like this is not probably going to perform as well as 151, and honestly, it doesn't really need to. But look at Twilight Masquerade. I mean, Twilight Masquerade, the booster boxes right now are like 160, 170, but the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are still available. Now, did Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes go out of stock before, you know, being released? I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know if they restocked. I'm not really sure. I didn't really pay attention to this box, but they're still here. And Twilight Masquerade is pretty hyped up. I mean, the boxes are $170. And if you look at the promo, I mean, I think it maybe has to do with the promo. Maybe people don't really care for it versus this is like the Magneton and the artist is popular. But Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are still here. So I'm wondering if Surging Sparks is going to maybe have some sort of restock for the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. I'm not really sure, but they're sold out now. And all the other products are sold out as well, but honestly, it doesn't really matter because I'm pretty sure I made a video about Stellar Crown where all the products were sold out on the Pokemon Center website. Pretty sure it was Stellar Crown I made a video on, but they all restocked because like I'm pretty sure they just don't like post or stock a lot of supply on their website before release. I'm pretty sure that's what they do because Stellar Crown is like the example of that. So now don't really care about these. Market price is still under MSRP, so really wouldn't be worried that they're sold out on the Pokemon Center website. But I don't understand why people buy straight from the Pokemon Center website when, I mean, the prices are way above market price usually. So I don't really know why people just buy straight from here, especially the booster boxes. But hey, I mean, they're sold out, so you can see there's just demand even, you know, when the prices on the Pokemon Center website are above market. I mean, people are still buying these booster boxes. So yeah, everything is sold out on the Pokemon Center website officially now. So hopefully you were able to get your Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes of Surging Sparks if you didn't buy a booster box or whatever the case may be. Hopefully you weren't waiting around or whatever because now they're sold out. But I would just keep, you know, checking maybe every day to see if they come back in stock because sometimes, you know, they sell out and then they, you know, put them back in stock. So if you didn't get any, you might want to do that. But yeah, they're sold out officially now. Personally, I didn't buy any because I bought booster boxes, so I'm happy with that. Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, for main sets, what I'll say is they're still good, but booster boxes are still higher than Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, at least in my opinion, for main sets. But for specialty sets, like if Surging Sparks was, I would have bought these, but I'd just rather have booster boxes because just storage, and that's just my opinion. But going on to the prices, Surging Sparks every single day goes up in value. It's actually crazy at this point. Literally every single day the prices change. Like, you can just see this. I remember when these were around 110, I was like, yeah, this is kind of a little bit more expensive than normal. It's not too bad. Then I went to like 120. I'm like, okay, this is getting kind of expensive. And you can see here literally every single day. Like, if you just click and just go through every single day, it goes up in price. Like, it's crazy. And I hate to be the person. In the beginning of Surging Sparks, I speculated saying this was manipulation. But at this point, like, I don't even know what to say. Because in the beginning when I was saying manipulation stuff, it's because there was all the hype and everything. But it's continued to the point where if you sit out and you have sat out, because you can honestly find still like decent deals for these boxes for around 130, it's getting to the point now where you can wait for a reprint. Like, I wouldn't blame you, but if you're going to keep saying that this is too expensive and too expensive, you're just going to miss out kind of the whole thing until the reprint happens. And this is where I want to say in this video, and I usually don't like to say these sort of things because I kind of like to have more of a long-term mindset, but I feel like with the market we're in, especially with surging sparks, there could be some short-term plays with these booster boxes. Really, before getting reprinted, I really feel like you can make some decent short-term plays with these boxes and do decently well. Which, you know, I usually wouldn't say that sort of thing because that's pretty risky, you know, doing the short-term stuff, and I don't really have that mindset. But this market is so crazy right now, and surging sparks literally going up in price every single day. It's not even released yet. And if the cards are hard to pull, like the Pikachu, Milotic, whatever the popular cards are going to be, if they're hard to pull, I think it's going to get pretty crazy with the prices of those cards. And I think that'll also contribute to the prices of these booster boxes. And if you really think about it, Twilight Masquerade booster boxes right now, like I said, are around 160, 170. And that's 5 months after being released. Surging Sparks is at like 145 right now, even before being released. So it's only $30 away from Twilight Masquerade, and it's not even released yet. So if you're able to get these at like 130, 140, and you know, in a few months from now, I wouldn't really be surprised if it surpasses Twilight Masquerade. I'm not even joking. Like, I was so skeptical, and I think you should still be somewhat skeptical about Surging Sparks, but the hype is real, and you don't have to fall for it. You don't have to join it. But there's some opportunity here, definitely short term at least, because everyone is saying short printed. I know some people don't believe it or whatever, but from people I've heard that have distributors, at least from watching YouTube videos, it seems like it actually is somewhat short printed. And some people think that it is going to get a reprint or a decent sized one because it's short printed right now in the first wave, and the next reprint or the next wave should be bigger, something like that. You could wait for the next one, but right now, if you can get them for around like 130, honestly, depending on how high these boxes go before getting the reprint, will it even go down to the prices of 130 depending how big the reprint is or whatever? I don't really know. It's hard to really say. Surging Sparks, it's definitely a FOMO product. I'm not going to deny that. But when the hype in the market is this strong and just everything is going up right now, it's hard to kind of, you know, say that this is just the hype for just this set, because literally the whole market is strong with all sets basically. But Surging Sparks obviously I feel like was somewhat of like the, you know, starting of the hype and everything. But there are some plays to be made short term. I really think so. And honestly, I'm considering maybe making some short term plays. And yeah, I know a lot of people out there don't want to join the hype. Like I in the beginning, I didn't want to either. But I've kind of changed to the point now where I see the market and everything is changing. And then I'm seeing that, you know, it's not just Surging Sparks, it's other sets too. So I don't feel as bad, I guess, being a little bit more bullish and buying maybe more Surging Sparks. You know, I can still get them at decent prices right now and making maybe some short-term plays. Because we're just in a very strong market. If Surging Sparks was the only set that was performing extremely well out of everything, then obviously I'd be more concerned. But every other product out there, Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, Scarlet and Violet, everything's doing very well. So I think just the market is good. So honestly, buying these at 130, and if you were to hold on to them for a few months, I wouldn't be surprised if, like I'm saying, if this goes and surpasses Twilight Masquerade, because the hype is really real. I don't really, at this point, I feel like, I mean, I hated on Surging Sparks in the beginning because of the hype and everything, but I think the hype is actually real. And I've just come to this realization that, you know, the market is really changing. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is kind of scary how things are getting. I'm not going to lie, like, price is going crazy. But it is getting to the point now where you have to kind of switch your mindset and be like, the market is actually changing. Obviously, some things you want to be careful of, like 151, Elite Trainer boxes are like $100. Stuff like that, yeah, I wouldn't say that'd be a good buy. But the Surging Sparks booster box, if you can get them for around 130, even 140, at this point, if you waited until now, and maybe you're thinking about it and you're rethinking like I did because that was me, it might be a buy. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to tell you like this is going to go crazy, but it seems like at least what we're looking at before even being released, I mean, these prices, and they keep going up, it seems like it could happen. There's just so much demand and the short supply or whatever that it's almost like buying right now. If you think this is all hype and stuff and you look at the whole market, I don't know what to say. Like, I really have changed my mind because of looking at everything in the market, and I really think things are changing. Now, obviously, everyone in the comments is going to say that I switched up, that everything or whatever, but I've realized the whole market is changing, and I accept that. I think really right now, it feels like we're back in the Sword and Shield hype. And how long is this going to last for? Who really knows? It could last for maybe for a few months, a year, 2 years. No one knows. But I feel like, at least with Surging Sparks, I feel like there's enough hype, and we're in a good market now, where if you are skeptical with the prices of Surging Sparks boxes or whatever, there could be short-term plays to be made. Sell before like the reprint happens. You know, maybe in a few months from now, if it reaches 200, or 6 months from now it reaches 200, whatever the case may be, maybe sell some off, take some profits, and keep the rest. There could be some plays, and that's what I'm really considering maybe doing, because I feel like, you know, with the amount I bought, I only bought a case. I got them for a good price. I told you guys I got them for like what, 100? What did I say? 112, something around there. I got them for a good price. There's still some available you can get for around 120s, 130s in some places, and I'm thinking about making some of those plays. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Surging Sparks, I've come around. I really think the hype is real. And I don't want to FOMO, because everyone in the comments can say you're a Timmy or whatever. People like to throw that word around without even really knowing what it means. But I think the market is really changing. So that's all I wanted to say, is that, you know, there is FOMO. I'm not going to deny that. But you got to, you know, you can play the market. And that's what I've sort of realized, is that you can be cautious and sit back. You shouldn't go into debt. I see some people talking about credit cards and stuff. Like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not going into debt. I'm not leveraging. I'm not doing any of that. But there is some opportunity when you see a market like this that's so strong, and you can get, and I can get some boxes for good prices, and I see the potential of the set at, you know, at least, you know, the short term, these boxes, because it's the hype and, you know, short printing, whatever. I'm really thinking about making some short term plays, and yeah, I've come around totally. I'm gonna get a lot of hate probably from people, but yeah, the market right now as we're seeing it is crazy, and there's some stuff you could do with this market if you're smart. You guys that want to stay back, you can do that. I don't blame you at all, because this market is very hot and things could crash. But I think, you know, this market is not, I think the strong market is going to last for a while. I don't think it's going to crash overnight. But yeah, definitely be careful with some sets. But Surging Sparks, because that's what I'm talking about mainly in this video, if you're sitting back and you still haven't purchased a single Surging Sparks product or booster box, whatever, I don't want to tell you to do anything with your money, because it's your choice. And if you've already decided to sit back and wait for a reprint, that's okay. But for you guys out there that maybe have bought already or have stocked up, I think, you know, there's some plays to be made short term, and you could do very well. And that's kind of all I wanted to say, is that I've really come around in Surging Sparks. The hype, it really is real, and I admit it. I thought in the beginning that it was all just, you know, manipulation and just everything. But I feel like now, with the market and everything, I think we're just in a bull market. And I think some people maybe just have to accept that. Some of these other products, like I've told you, are crazy and I wouldn't buy them. But Surging Sparks, I feel like if you can get them at release for 130 in a few months from now, especially when, you know, cards, you can actually like buy them on TCG Player when, you know, the set actually gets released. Depending on everything, all these like the pull rates, all these other things with these cards, I don't know what can happen with this set. This is like the first set that really is showing Scarlet and Violet in the strength right now, and it's pretty crazy to see. I don't think anyone really saw this coming, but yeah, we're in another bull market, and you can make some plays. So lastly, I just wanted to show you eBay prices for Surging Sparks boxes. I feel like now getting them even at 140 is a treat, because I feel like just some places just aren't even really selling them for like decent prices now, because they just know the hype. But the Pete Football Guy is still selling them for 140. Some places sell them for 150. But look, I'm telling you, go to one of my Surging Sparks videos from like a couple weeks ago, whatever. I'm pretty sure I probably have showed you the prices of these booster boxes. Look at the prices now that you can buy them for versus like a few weeks ago. It has changed so much, and literally every single day it changes. I wouldn't be surprised if at pre-release these boxes hit market price like 150, 160, because that's only in like a week from now. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits 150, 160. And when the set gets released, depending on, you know, the price of the cards and everything, it could get a lot worse. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say today. I know this is a lot of FOMO. This whole video is FOMO. But I'm just here to say that the hype is real and the market has changed. And yeah, it's pretty crazy what's going on right now. So that's all I wanted to say. I know it's kind of a long video rambling, but if you've watched the end of this video, comment down below Surging Sparks to the moon, because I want to see how many people watch this 15-minute video that I made about just rambling about Surging Sparks. But yeah, that's all I want to say today. The hype is real. We'll see where this goes. But just be careful with your money. Don't go crazy. But if you do want to, and what I'm thinking maybe is to make some short-term plays, because I really think with this hype, you could use that to your advantage. Because usually I want to do long-term stuff, but I feel like with Surging Sparks, you could do some short-term stuff. But that's all I want to say today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.